Okay, I am live and I can see already some people are tuning in, and I actually have a new motivator here. Camellia Fair. Thank you so much for joining our small but awesome community. So, another episode, and looks like Fromville and Fromily is kind of divided. A lot of people are calling this episode a filler episode. I disagree. Everybody's entitled for their opinion, obviously. But for me, it was definitely not a filler. So, shit. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Now, to remind you, this live stream is not just, breakdown. I did my video, I released it. It's doing pretty well, a little bit worse than the previous one, but still doing nice. But this live stream is a conversation. It's called Sunday Night Diner, and every Sunday we gather around and we discuss the most interesting TV shows that we have seen this week. And obviously, in my channel, the main focus is, of course, From. This is why it's... This is why it has even the thumbnail even have From. Oh, we can discuss a little bit today Widow's Bay if a lot of people watched it today, but I'm 100% sure that 99.99% people that will come to this live stream will come actually for From. And this is what we want to do today. We want to discuss it. I want to go to some details, to some feelings, to some, thoughts that I didn't see them fit in the video. I didn't see it fit to put them in the video. So let me just go check what is everybody writing to me. By the way, I know there are people here coming that speak Russian. They are hungry for content, and I understand this. I release my video in English on Sunday, and I usually release my video in Russian on Monday because it's just not enough time for me to do 2 videos in one day. And I don't want to rush things. I'm already rushing. Like today, I know it's not fair, but I was cursing everybody who gets screeners because I watched the episode and then I'm trying to rewatch it again while I'm trying to formulate all my thoughts. I want to make this video a coherent, something that connects to everything. And I'm thinking to myself how I'm actually connecting everything to make this video having a beginning, a middle, and the end. And I'm just thinking to myself how my life would be way easier if I would have just a day, 2-3 days to actually work on this video without this, being in a rush, crazy rush. Okay, I see that the live chat is not seen as usual. Of course, this is Streamlabs, the best program in the world. So, of course, the chat is not visible on the screen. Duh. What did I expect to it actually work? This is me asking way too much. So yeah, it's and I know because of that probably this video is not gonna get as many views as the previous ones. I know there are it's again with the sound. Every time I edit it starts to get me the weird sounds. So yeah, I think I read somewhere that the people that watched already the first 6 episodes or something like this, they said that episode 3 and 4 are gonna be a little bit slower, are just gonna be a little bit less events. But for me it's I don't know, every little thing right now for me can freaking send me into the rabbit hole. Just small mention of something is, I was talking about this I think in my previous live stream. It's you say something, you say some little thing like Victor showing an image, drawing, and I can already just talk for 20 minutes about this drawing, how it's connected to the vision of Ethan, and what is Lake of Tears? How is it even possible that Ethan was able to see this drawing when he was in the RV a couple of weeks ago? So for me, I don't think there's gonna be a filler episode right now for me. For me, a filler episode is, I think in season 2 there was this episode that they just go and I think they broke like a Guinness record for the sentence of we need to talk. Everybody needs to talk. I need to talk to you. I need to talk. Look, we need to talk. Like all episode is like I need to talk. We need to talk. I need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. I need to talk. They can make a song from all of this. And so I'm like, we have, what did we have this moment? We have Giga Chad and White appearing and not saying anything, absolutely anything, but actually a very interesting moment. Giga Chad and White saying to Tabitha here, where's this moment? Will that tree take me back to the lighthouse? And he's saying, I don't think so. Now, I have a theory about this and why he doesn't think so. First of all, like I said this in the video, I don't think he can give like straight answers. He already tried to help to Miranda and to Christopher, and it didn't work out, maybe because knowledge has a cost. And as soon as Victor and, Christopher and Miranda knew things, so the boy in white and the smiley, they need to take care of business and everybody died. But another theory that I have about the bottle trees, about the teleport trees mostly, is that if it's a story that a teleport tree doesn't teleport you to a location. It's not like you go into the teleport tree and it's like, okay, I need to teleport you to the coordinates 1.3 in the Kudal 1 to 2 2 2 2 blah blah blah. Suddenly I start to speak a little bit Hebrew. But I think it skips you to the next chapter in the story. So if you are Tabitha and you get inside the teleport tree, you will skip to the beginning of the next chapter, which is Tabitha at the lighthouse. If you are Julie, it's Julie in the cellar. If you are Boyd, it's Boyd trapped in the well, in the whatever, with the Martin's chamber. If you are Sarah, Sarah goes back to the town. So it's just a time skip, sort of a time skip, but it's more like a chapter skip. You are being transferred to your next chapter. But if you are Dale, you are not in the chapter. You're not in any chapter. You are absolutely nothing. You're an NPC. You're not even a character. This place doesn't really care if you're there or not there. So this guy's getting stuck in the pool. Okay, so let me just dive a little bit to the chat. Hello, Igor. Hello, Caroline. Hi, everyone. Hi. Now, I was just saying that if you write to me in Russian, I know how to read in Russian, but this is an English-speaking stream. There are people here from, I can see, from Poland. There are people here from Barcelona. Nobody writes to me in Spanish or Polish or whatever other language. This is an English-speaking live stream. Respect everybody and write in English, or just listen, or maybe wait for my live stream in Russian. Hi everyone, hi Katrin. Waiting for the Russian version of video. You see, it's perfectly acceptable. You can write to me in English. We can discuss whatever you want. Hi, hello from Poland. Hi folks, reading from Barcelona. Thanks for the work, Igor. I do remember Barcelona half 50% fondly, 50% not so much. 50% fondly, the locations, the food was amazing. The other 50% is the main street when I was bombarded by sorry, I don't know if it sounds racist, but there were only Indians there telling me to buy cerveza for €1, and it's like you cannot really enjoy the street. It's like every 2 minutes it's like cerveza, cerveza, cerveza. I'm like, oh my god, it's like, can you please change the tune? Everybody's saying it's filler because they did the long preview of previous episode and the story did push forward other than little character realization. I think for a lot of people, a filler episode is an episode they didn't like. This is just not the definition of a filler episode. I think, once again, I can be wrong here, but I remember a filler episode started, I think, from this period when there was the TV shows for 20, 24 episodes, and filler episode was the one like you would have an episode that does pushes forward the main story, and there were episodes when nothing really happens for the main story, but something different happens. Like they gather around and they kill somebody not that important. It just appears in the beginning of the episode and ends and dies in the end of the episode. But this episode moved everybody forward. He put some pieces on place and he started to move everybody forward. Right now, this is the finish line, and they are in the beginning of the finish line. Tabitha needs to save the children, Jade needs to know the answers, Boyd needs to save everybody, Sophia needs to make everybody go and tear each other apart, Julie is looking for answers how to time travel, Ethan is looking for the Lake of Tears. We know where the pieces are and the pieces are moving, to quote my favorite Gandalf. Okay, so I don't see this as a filler episode. It's like you can dislike the episode, obviously, but how is that a filler episode? Please explain it to me. I really need Mariel to dance. Randall has screams, Julie has story walking, and casting for my demanded dancing skills. Well, Mariel we've seen in teasers and trailers, she's gonna be chained again. There is some plan for Mariel. All three of those, and if you're hearing, by the way, screams, this is not my child being tortured. This is just him expressing that he wants more potatoes or something like this. He's a toddler. Everybody who knows who is a toddler and what they do, you understand what is going on right now. My poor wife, I need to buy her a statue. Where did people watch them? What does it even mean? Watch them, who them? Was that the other father they buried? I'm confused. What do you mean other father? They buried Jim and the pastor. Supposedly Sophia's father. That's it. That's everybody who they buried. When the crows arrives during the funeral, Randall always looks down while everyone looking at the cross. Yeah, I kind of find it weird too. Like, have you seen this moment? Let's find it. Look at Randall. Let's make this moment from the start. Yeah, look. Everybody's like, oh, the crows, the ravens. And Randall's like, where is the lunch? When can we eat something? What are we even doing here? Even at this moment, look, everybody's like, oh my god, what's going on? And he's like looking down. I wonder if it's just something that just the actor did. Because this is obviously, it kind of can be interpreted in two different ways, as usual. Every time I'm analyzing something, it's always 2-3 different ways. One way is the boring way. So it's obviously CGI crows, so everybody is getting just a cue from the director. Now we look up and we scream and there is crows and you don't understand what's going on. And Randall is like, nah, I'm not that much interested in this now. But then again, it's kind of weird, eh? Yeah, the director would probably have seen Randall right in this situation. The other thing, that there is some mystical explanation that Randall is blah, 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 blah. I have no idea, but I like nothing. No clue why would Randall, in the logic of this TV show, within the logic of this TV show, not looking up, not looking at the crows or the ravens. When the crows arrived during the funeral, we just said, why didn't they bury Tilly? They just didn't show it to you the same way they didn't show you how they buried everybody who came in the bus and died, everybody who died in the colony house. So yeah. Cerveza for €1, it was like 12, 13, 14 years ago probably. The prices are a little bit different now. Hello, my guy, you have made me watch From. Really? This is weird. I mean, this is good. good, weird, but usually people who come to my channel, this is especially like right now, I think 95% of my audience, this is from fans, and I think it's like somebody who watches from and they need some answers, they need some explanations, and they come to my channel, not because they watch my videos and they decide, okay, I need to watch from. I'll take it as a big compliment. Exactly, it's like a preparation episode. I enjoy it, to be honest, but then once again, it is a preparation episode, but we are already in that stage of knowledge, of lore, of information, that there is no episode that doesn't push you forward. I was just talking about this with a couple of friends of mine, one of them Gays For You, you know his channel, and we were just discussing, remembering how in season 2 there were episodes when I would finish watching the episode and I would sit with myself and I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Like, what? Okay, so he went there and he said that and it was nice and that's it. So, and now like every episode, I'm like, oh my fucking God, how much information that I have right now in my brain, how I actually make it all organized. This is my main problem right now, not what to say, but how to actually make it dense, interesting, and dense, not with the A, with the E. Yeah. Is the room that Boyd shows Acosta the same room where we see Boyd using the sledgehammer? Can you stop spoilering, please, for other people? I was specifically saying when I was analyzing the teaser that anybody who doesn't want to see spoilers, they need to switch off. Right now we're discussing episode 3. Please respect people that don't want to know spoilers about the next episodes that were shown to us in the trailers. I understand it was an official release. I do understand it. But like the discussion for this is under the video. Right now let's discuss episode 3. But this room where Boyd is giving, giving Acosta a task, it's definitely the room where Julie and Elgin find the cat and find the Polaroid. And I do believe that in this room there is some way, some hidden way. I was talking about this a year ago, that there has to be some kind of a hidden way to the caves. Maybe to something else right now, but 1 year ago I was pretty sure it's the caves. If you delete the episode, would it confuse you next week? Absolutely not. Are you serious? Yeah, absolutely not. Next week, when Jade is catching Trip, catching all of his hallucinations from the mushrooms, we're gonna be like, well, of course, logically, why is he doing this? You don't know, you don't need episode 3, so you don't know. When next episode they discuss what is this, clothes that was found in the forest, by whom, when it was found, who found it, you don't need to know this. Why do you need episode 3? When Tabitha is gonna actually show us the super freaking important image of the whole family that was seen by Ethan in episode 1 of season 1, his vision of his full family with the Lake of Tears. Obviously, that's not important. Who needs episode 3? Come on, of course not. Oh, Julie is actually gonna talk, discover some interesting information in the Chrominoccle or the grand adventures of the Grand Gullywog. It's also not gonna be important. How did it happen? Nah, not needed. Of course, we don't need this information. Yeah, you agree 100%. I'm 100% agree with you. This is definitely, if you delete this episode, you're not even gonna notice. Well, it's right now at this point, it's I'm not going to be able to convince anyone who thinks that this is a filler episode, that this is not a filler episode. Look, if you have watched my video for 27 minutes explaining what information this episode provided to us, and you were like, nah, I don't agree with you here, this is not important, this is not important, this is not interesting, this is not interesting, then I have no words to somehow convince you here. You want to think that this is a filler? Okay, this is a filler. Debbie, what's up? I'm still so happy every time I'm seeing your messages. This trouble that we had, I'm glad we fixed it. And now you are in my live streams. Yay. So I think it was the best one for season so far. I wouldn't go that far. For me, I think episode 1 so far was the best one. But yeah, I don't see... This episode was not worse than episode 2. Like all of them, I'm super excited. I'm just telling you, like, I've been rewatching this TV show, I don't know how many times. I cannot say that I know it by heart, but I'm really close to it. So this is not me watching season 1 and like, what is going on? Who is good? What is that? Who is that? Who are those people? What is this place? Right now we have already so many theories, so much information, so many different directions to think in those directions. So every little detail can fit somewhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, okay, this is it. We got it so far. We already know what it is, but every time something is there, this is very interesting. I don't know. For me, it's interesting. Now, there's actually something. I just randomly picked up this shot, and I was thinking about, using this shot in the video in my review. But then again, I thought maybe I don't understand in American electric sockets. But this one looks really weird. I was trying to find today something that can fit it. I know it's supposed to be parallel. The lines. Let me show this to you in big size. Yeah, whoa, I'm lucky today. Okay, look at this. Like we have the grounding one, the grounded entry. This is the round one. And we have the electricity ones, and those supposed to be either parallel to each other, right, like this, or one of them can be in a T shape. But then again, like I'm just Googling this shit. I don't know. I've never been to the United States, never seen those sockets. So I know that a lot of people from US and Canada watching my channel. So tell me, is this weird? Or this is just something that happened? Because I've never seen like a socket that way. Like, I mean, for example, I don't know. Like those things usually supposed to be parallel, right? There's supposed to be like 2, or there's the third one here, or there's the 2 with the lines, not rounded one, and one is rounded. I never seen this weird thing. I even have an adapter that's supposed to work for every country when I'm traveling, but yeah, never seen that weird one. Okay, they haven't buried Tilly. They probably buried Tilly behind the scenes, sort of. I mean, what do you think? She's smelling somewhere? She's just laying there and just gathering dust? They just buried her. Why is GigaChad and White getting kinda mean? Good question, by the way. He was a little bit hostile, I gotta say. Okay, I need to stop talking in riddles. I don't know, but he's still there to warn them, right? You're running out of time, and we do know that they are running out of time. Something bad is coming. Here, hello everyone, Dulcania, hello to you too. Hello from Romania, yes. I would love to visit one day. Hey Jane, Randall is seriously spooked. Randall is probably thinking of Julia. Where did you learn such English? I did learn it in my lifetime, I guess. I don't know, when I was little, my brother taught me the alphabet even before I went to school. And then I studied some in school. And then I started to watch movies. And in Israel, there is no dubbed movies unless it's like a childish cartoon. Everything comes with the subtitles. And then it was in the era of DVD. My father, he had like for half a year, he had like a small business of DVD discs. He was selling it with a partner, and then it didn't work out too much, so they closed the shop. But I would get like a lot of DVDs. They would store a lot of DVDs at home, so I would watch a lot of movies, and all of them were like pirated movies. So all of them would have sometimes some dubbing, but it was disgusting. So I would watch with subtitles. And then at some point, there were some movies that didn't have like Russian subtitles. They only had English subtitles. So I started to watch only with English subtitles. I was pretty surprised that I understood most of the movie. It would be like a cartoon, like Sinbad, something like this. It would be simple English, but still, it was really interesting to discover this. And like, and later in life, I had like a girlfriend. She was French, so we were speaking only in English, and she was an English teacher. For a year, we dated. We were really dated, like almost living together. So there was also a big boost for my language. And I used to work a lot in sales for like in my 20s, and I used to work in a company called eTeacher. They sell like courses in Hebrew, biblical Hebrew, math or something like this, mostly to Americans, biblical Hebrew and Aramaic to evangelicals. So I would also do these conversations in English with them. So a lot of practice and probably some help from school. Randall was scared, like he knew something, like Sophia was afraid. Yes, Sophia it felt like she was not prepared for those crowds. Like, look at her here. Let's see if we can find Sophia. Look at her. I know that she needs to pretend, like she cannot show if it's her crows. She cannot go like, my crows are gonna terrorize you, motherfucker. But also, like, when she pretends, she's usually this, oh, I'm such a shy girl, I'm afraid of everything, please don't hurt me. So, like, the normal way for her would be, the usual way for her would be like, oh my God, oh, Kenny, my brave knight with a shining armor on a white horse, can you please protect me, please? But she's like, she looks worried, right? And after this whole scene in the diner, like they specifically focused on her face. And in the diner, she's kind of angry, like she's looking at Julie, already plotting, using the Bible to start some shit here. Actor afraid of birds. Yeah, I don't think it's real birds. Tilly is on the land that Fatima uses to mold clay. I think that Fatima will use this. I don't know. It's kind of weird. She could draw something. I don't know. Nothing comes to my mind. What do you want to do with dirt and water? And to create some kind of a clay from it? What's the point? You want to make a statue of something? I don't know. Like, but she feels determined. I mean, she was not even she was graped by this place, right? Her body was used in a horrible way. And she probably also feels like Fatima is a fighter. She's a lover, definitely. She's all about peace and love, etc. But she's also a fighter. I mean, as Keanu Reeves put it, what kind of love do you have if you don't fight for your love? So, yeah, I don't think she's gonna just crawl in the corner and gonna be like, oh, I'm so shame on me, pity on me, blah, blah, blah. I think she wants to get a victory on this place, whatever this is. So I'm definitely very intrigued about what's going on with Fatima and Elgin here. What about books in their old house? Maybe it's written by someone who escaped from the town before? I don't think so. Possible, but honestly, I don't have I'm not leaning towards any answer here. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. For me, and this is just my preference and this is my humble opinion, I don't want external elements in this TV show. Not at this point. Like, if it's lost and you present to us Dharma Initiative, then you present to us Dharma Initiative in season 1, and then we realize who they are and blah, 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 blah. But if it's like in season 5, suddenly there's a cult or there are people who escape this place, no, focus on all of the players that you already presented to us. The man in yellow was in season 1. He was watching our characters, he used to talk to Jim. So we have the monsters, we have the cicadas, we have the ballerina, we have the man in yellow, we have the people in the town. That's it. The only thing you can do right now, in my opinion, for the creators, is you can maybe do something with the detective that Tabitha's mom was talking about. That's it. Like, there was a detective that is looking for you, so maybe something here. But not like right now, there are secret society, Eloise is running shit up, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. What is up with the scratch on top of the eye of everyone who dies? Well, not everyone, but a lot of them, right? So we are seeing that some scars repeat themselves, and it's not only the scar on the forehead, it's also people losing an eye. Like, there is a drawing of somebody who lost an eye. There is Clara almost losing an eye, very close to it. There is the vision that Jade has with the guy with a spike in his eye. There is the the scarecrows that we're gonna see in the next episodes. One of them doesn't have an eye, even though he's not real. So this is, once again, probably somehow the story repeating itself. The damages that were dealt to the first people of the first cycle, they need to repeat themselves again. Randall is the only one who knows what happens when you look up at birds flying overhead. Yeah, they shit on you. I honestly couldn't tell if Sophia was genuinely surprised or was just a good actress, but the number of times they zoom in on her face tells me we should have gotten information from her response. Like, I was talking about this in the episode, like in my review, there is a theory that the pastor didn't see the crows because the man in yellow was already in the forest. So the man in yellow, we know that Sarah is hearing voices, and Sophia is actually going to live with Sarah right now. And I do think that the man in yellow is connected to the voices, or maybe he is the voices, or maybe they are the voices. He's not a human being. He's not a person. He's not a one person. He can definitely be the worms inside of Martin. He can definitely be the crows. So he can definitely be some kind of a spirits that, form together something. There's a lot of possibilities here. Sorry, I just checked on my video. It's not doing so well. But yeah, I can see that a lot of people are not really fond of this episode. So I guess I'm gonna have to live with it. Honestly, couldn't tell if Sophia. There was a crow on the ground in front of him. There's definitely something to him looking down and everyone is looking up. Maybe hello from Greece, friend Igor. Thank you for your time. Your videos are amazing. Hello to you, to Greece. I love Greece. I've been to Greece 3 times. I love this place. Great food, great people. Just, especially great food. Oh my God, the food in Greece is amazing. Let's send home some hearts to Igor. Yeah, definitely 155 people are watching, only 49 likes. So usually, me, I'm not asking for likes, but in live stream, it actually works that when people start to like live stream during the live stream, YouTube increases the range a little bit, and it, offers and recommends the live stream to more people. PM Philosophy and Big Takes. PM is here. I missed you. Sorry. I'm scrolling through through the chat. I can see Julie B Deep Dives here. Also here. There are a lot of From creators here right now, and I'm excited. I'm honored. I love to see my colleagues here on my live stream. Okay. The chat jumped too far. This is why I didn't see PM Philosophy's message. Yes, Greece. This is the message. The Greece message. Oh, remember the monster said they were keeping Randall. Yeah, they kept him and they made him scars just like on Miranda's drawings. That was the point, I think, of keeping him. Like the scars that he has. Well, they were definitely flirting here. So yeah, maybe there's gonna be something between them, or maybe there's once again a repetition of some sort, like the cycle repeats itself many times. Is Tilly the witch of rats and spiders? I don't think Tilly is a witch of anything, but maybe she's somehow connected. Maybe. I still believe that there's something with Tilly there. Igor, I agree that Ethan is definitely not the man in yellow. And about the voices in Sarah's head, do you think they wanted her to kill him specifically because he might find the Lake of Tears and save everyone? Maybe. I would love Ethan actually not to be the main villain, but the main hero. Like he is the person that's gonna save everybody. It looks like this is what it needs to be done. I mean, it's kind of on the surface already, right? What Ethan said to Jim in the diner, I think this is a quest. We need to save somebody just like Norman did with the Lake of Tears. This is the story that he invented. Even when Jade is telling him in this episode, so you invented some kind of a game with the finger puppets, and he's like, not a game, a story. And he says to Jim, we need to save somebody. We obviously need to save the Ankui children. But how do you save somebody who is already dead? Is the Lake of Tears something that can revive the dead and can bring back Jim? Hopefully, I really hope, because I really want Ethan to have a dad. But I do believe you cannot really bring the Ankui children back to life. What, you're going to take children from 18, 15, 17, 15, whatever, and just, introduce them to gadgets, and they were like, yeah, new life. Maybe they were going this way. I sure hope not. But you can, if their souls are trapped here. I was talking about this, I think, I don't know if I was talking about this in English or not, but I imagine Fromville as like somebody took our world and imagine our world as a puzzle, as a big puzzle. And there's a spirit world where spirits go after they die. Also a big puzzle. So somebody take a piece from here and somebody take a piece from here, and they force them together. Like, have you ever tried to, collect, how do you say it? Collect? Organize? I don't know. To do the thing that you're supposed to do with the puzzle, but, you can, sometimes it looks like the pieces will fit and you have the shape that kind of fits, and they even maybe even working together, but the images are distorted. This part is something and the other part is something completely else. And this is how I imagine Fromville, a part of our world and a part of spiritual world, and together they create this distorted picture of electricity that goes nowhere, wires that go nowhere, of a model without a model. And of spirits who actually have a physical presence here. You can hug a spirit in Jim's form. Julie can story walk and be physically in one place and simultaneously physically in another place. So yeah. So I hope that the Lake of Tears, this is supposed to be the finish line. This is the end, right? They arrive to the Lake of Tears, and this is where they get the answer. How do you break the curse, and how do you destroy this place? Now, if you destroy this place, everybody who's alive comes back to the real world. Everybody who is dead, who is a spirit, actually moves on to the next life, to the next world, whether it's heaven, hell, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, yep. Howdy Fromily, I think the man in yellow isn't someone who would show surprise. Episode 3 was beyond disappointing. Well, we can see that it is divided. I don't know. I'm starting to get annoyed by the Russian questions. Like I'm not talking to people in English, in 160 people to English right now. It's like there is something that really bugs me. I know I'm a creator, I know I'm a YouTuber, and I know I need to like accept this, but it's like if I'm posting a message like I don't know, it's been a great day today, and there's somebody will ask me, but what about from? And I'm like, when I'm gonna be talking about from? It's like right now I'm not talking about my Russian videos, I'm not talking about my Russian live streams. There is a time and place for that. Only thing that was important was seeing Jade shirtless. Jade is buffed. I mean, like, he's seriously... I mean, he probably got a message that he is gonna be shirtless in season 4, and he was like, okay, I need a personal trainer. Look at it. I mean, he's very symmetrical, right? He's not like jacked, you know, but you can see that the guy is definitely working out. I mean, respect. Yeah, people think no monsters and no murder equals filler. A lot of people think that I didn't like, it was boring, then it's a filler. It's not a filler. Anyway, we can discuss that 25 times, it's still not gonna get through some people's head. Doesn't really matter. Man in Yellow can be related to Matthews. It's weird he's calling Jim Jim instead of Dad and his mom your wife, lol. Why would Man in Yellow call Jim Dad? If Man in Yellow is Thomas and Ethan. No, he's neither. What the hell? Socket is dead. Yeah, I agree. Victor painting faces on Socket. Yeah, right now, weird. Hey everyone, that is not an American outlet. This is not anybody's outlet, I think. Maybe that's Canadian, definitely not American. It's supposed to be 2 holes up top and 1 in the bottom, like a happy face. It's Canadian, somebody tells me. Like, once again, if it's Canadian, I would love you to show me this, because it's kind of weird. Never seen a socket in the US like that. And we can see, hi everyone, great episode, 9 out of 10. So somebody really likes it, somebody doesn't like it. Found the electrical outlet. It's called the PA520R outlet. Let's go, let's see. Let's go 520R. No, it's not. You can see 2 parallel lines and a weird face. It looks like a surprised face. And here, it's one is straight line and one is in the shape of a T. And here, it's just one line like this and one line like this. One is vertical, one is horizontal. It's not that one, no. Not Canadian either. They have the same as United States. Hello from New York City. I'm in New York, boo, 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 boo. I don't know the words. New York sounds magical to me. Definitely a destination that I will. No, it's like my two biggest go-tos that I really need to visit in my lifetime that I haven't been is Japan and United States. I've been to many places, but those two I still not visited and definitely really want to visit. So I have here, hello from Japan. Hello, west of Westeros. I'm a big anime fan. Not the biggest, but I do like anime, and Japan with its culture, not just anime, the whole culture, the whole samurai culture, the history of Japan. It feels a lot to me Like, there are a lot of countries right now that you travel and you barely see any difference with where you come from. There is difference, but when you go to Japan, as far as I know, I have a friend that's been there, my mom's been there, I've seen tons of videos, it still feels like travel, like you're in a completely new place. Different culture, different buildings, different everything. This is what excites me a lot about Japan. Man in Yellow was very worried about events this episode, not as all-knowing as it would seem. Good, it's hopefully he's not that all-knowing, otherwise how do you beat him? Hi Igor in front of me, sorry I'm late, it's okay, supernatural escapist, we're always happy to see you here. And here I see finally the first message that PM wrote here. Hi PM. I think it's because Jim is the crow. I don't think so. Regarding electrical outlet, NEMA 520p is a 3-prong. 20 AP, blah, blah, blah. We just check it out. No, this is the one that we checked out. NEMA, oh, maybe, no, this is not the one. NEMA 520p. Yeah, this is the one. I think this is the one. It looks a lot like it. Right? I think this is it. Yeah, this is weird. This is super weird. Oh, thank you so much, Benactis8741. Thank you so much. We found this. Thanks to you. It looks like it. Yes, it looks a lot like it. So, yeah, not something weird or mystical or just, stupid as I thought. So, thank you so much. Remember when he did the crow sound? He tried to do the crow sounds, but it was supposed to be crummy knuckle sounds. Make the sound. Go. I never heard a crow making those kind of sounds. Gikarami is so hot, I'm definitely not hot. Jade is so hot. You probably wanted to put, like a comma there. Gikarami, comma, Jade is so hot. Yeah, like a clay figure. This is regarding Fatima with the dirt and everything. And maybe she's actually gonna do really something with the clay, like a figure of some sort. And like the only thing that came to my mind is like she said to Elgin, we need more. I need way more than that. So I'm already imagining like a big statue or something. Why would you need a lot of this dirt with water, right? Jim does not have a scar on his neck. Yes, he does have a scar on his forehead though. Oh my god, there are way too many of my friends here to say hi to everyone. This is why you just say hello to Fromily. It's Little Crow Jim. He's hoping Tabby and Fam remember the whole murder of crows standing on his grave, and 3 at the top are Tian Chen and others. You really think that the crows are everyone who died here? And they're actually kind of transformed into crows? That's actually a nice idea, an interesting idea. I don't know if I think so, but right away there is nothing in my head. There's no devil's advocate that's saying to me, no, that's wrong, because that and that and that. So it can be completely valid. Hey Igor, hi Fromily. I think this is my first time catching a Geek Academy live instead of watching the replay. I'm a huge fan. I'm a researcher and information aggregator who tries to help give the community. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support and I will do my best. Keep doing my best. When they were wrapping up the priest, he looked like Jim with the scar on forehead. Yeah, he has the same scar. The tools it needs to make informed theories, and from my research and experience, Academy is the very top. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. And once again, like if I would have time to actually, I don't know, write a script, there's not just a couple of titles that I write for myself, and then I start to speedball what I'm saying, and then actually edit the videos, and without being worried that it's gonna be copyrighted, and then I'm gonna have to remake it. So I'm trying to I'm using less materials right now, because if I'm making a video and it can be released, doesn't really matter if it's going to be released tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or even in a couple of days, then I can make the video as I want, you know, without hurrying up too much. I can spend sometimes for like 5 seconds of a video, I can spend like half an hour editing something, looking for some maybe effects or elements that I think they're relevant, or maybe some kind of a meme that I think is gonna be funny, and then I can upload it. And if I'm gonna get copyrighted, I can upload the original video for Patreons and for YouTube members and edit this a little bit, make it a little worse, and then publish it for everybody else without a copyright already. But now when I need to release it as fast as possible, because a lot of people get screeners and they make a video pretty fast, so I'm losing a lot of views because of that. I'm in a hurry. So if I would be able to, you know, like for example, today spend a lot of time reading about this Achan story in the Bible, or spend more time on the psychedelic mushrooms and how they actually affect the brain, and how it can actually connect it to the whole reincarnation theory. Maybe there are some stories in the world. I would probably make a way better video, a way more interesting one. But yeah, I'm still trying to do my best, and I'm really happy that people enjoy this. I googled the Walpole picture and it led me to a particular plug called, well, we found it already, thank you so much. From Vengers. There was a spider in the ruins of the house. I don't think I've seen one. Where, can you tell me and what moment? I don't remember a spider there. I didn't like the look Sophia gave to Victor at the diner. Well, Victor has been alive for a very long time. I think the crows are warnings from the spirit world. They are warning about the man in yellow. Are crows the carrier of souls? I like the theory with crows being the carrier of souls. But why would a crow then commit a seppuku, a suicide mission, when Tilly was opening the tarot cards in season 3? I don't know. I watched the video right before the stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate every view. The video is not doing bad. It's not doing completely bad. It's just doing worse than the previous two, than episode 1 and episode 2. And yeah, well, you know, you cannot win with all of them, so sure. Anyway, we have the teaser. I want to do another video. I want to do a couple of videos this week. I still want to find time to make a video on Widow's Bay. I think it's an interesting one. I think right now, everybody who's watching live stream or watching this on replay, give this a chance. Give this TV show a chance. Watch one episode, Widow's Bay. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. If you do like it, then you add yourself an extra interesting TV show with what you usually like and from. Like we have stories from different eras. We have a lot of articles. We have a lot of mysterious and scary shit there with some very dry humor, but it's not the same level of involvement. Way a slower burn than from about what's happening there. But if you are liking From, if you are into From, you should definitely give a chance to Widow's Bay. I'm curious, what is Sophia plotting while living with Sarah? Well, Sarah already has a connection with this place. Like Fatima's words about the girl named Nadia who said that this place is talking to us, but only some of us are willing to listen. And Sarah is listening very good. So, yep. Probably some manipulation. It looks like there's gonna be this, she's gonna be... I mean, if the theory about Man in Yellow being a priest of some sort, right? And if he was a priest, also very similar to Puritans. The clothing is kind of similar to Puritans when they just first arrived to America. The clothing in Miranda's drawings. And if you're thinking about Puritans and you're thinking about this period, so it's Salem's witch trials and burning of the witches. So, like this makes somebody's, like the target for everybody. And we already are seeing what she's planning. She's planning to make the Matthews, the Jade, probably Boyd as a protector of them. They are the reason why you cannot leave. And we have seen that overall, the people in Fromville, there are the dumbest motherfuckers on planet Earth. Even the smart ones. I mean, in the diner, when they were screaming and Tabitha, like, why didn't you go to the police? And Tabitha is like, they wouldn't believe me. And Donna, from all of the people, was like, you don't know that. What do you mean you don't know that? Of course you know that. Of course nobody in police wouldn't believe you. She would be hospitalized in an asylum like in 2 days, less, in 2 hours. I just want to be like the man in orange. Oh no, the man in orange is not a good example. I want to be the man in something that has all power in this place. Like I would come to everybody, every villager of Fromville, and I would tell them, okay, I will release you from with one condition. As soon as you go out, as soon as you cannot go to your home, you cannot go to your family, you go straight to the police station and you demand them to believe you that you were in this magical place where monsters come out at night and you cannot leave it because no matter how much you drive, how long you drive, you're still going to end up in the same place. You're going to tell them everything. And if they don't believe you and laugh at you, you still stay strong on this. You demand to be believed. And unless something is being done, you're not leaving this police station. Never. If you do this, I will release you from Fromville. If not, you stay here. Will Jade share the mushrooms with Tabitha, do you think? I don't know. Some people still have to watch the show. It's not available for some people in the United States. I'm in Florida. Until today, I watch it on Sunday morning. It doesn't air on Prime MGM until about 2:05 a.m. Sunday morning. I'm not talking about this. It's like there is this thing in YouTube. You can see that it shows you the pace of the video, right? It's from the last 10 videos that I published. This one is on the 3rd place. So you can see that it's, it's actually, I was wrong. It's doing better than my video for episode 1. So at this time episode 1, I released it, I think at 6 p.m. my time, which is the middle of the night in the United States. So it was not that many views. And this one I released already in the morning in United States time. So it shows you that this one is having 6.8 thousand views. And in the same period of time, my video about the episode 3 teaser had 7.3 thousand views, but they usually stop at 20,000. But my analysis for episode 2 already had 7.7 thousand views. And just about an hour ago, the difference was 100 views. So it was like let's say it was 6.8, this one was 6.9. So the difference is getting bigger. and it means that the pace is slower. Here the pace was picking up, and here's the pace is slowing down. So it's a bad sign, okay? It can mean that the video will stop even at 20,000 views, which for a view is pretty bad. Hopefully, like, this is something that I love about YouTube, and this is something that I don't like about YouTube. I mean, it depends how much does it work for you. Like right now, I need to make in my regular job, I need to make once again some fixes were sent for a video. It's a small thing. Tomorrow in the morning I will do this. But when you work as an editor, video editor, you get a job, you make it, and you send it to a client, and the client can go and tell you, I need to make some stupid changes because I don't understand how videos work, and I'm paying the money, so you do this and you do that, and sometimes it's like almost doing all of the work from the very beginning, which is very annoying. In YouTube, there is no such thing. If you publish the video, that's it. Whatever is gonna happen, whatever's gonna happen. Nobody in the audience, people gonna tell me, for example, bad sound or something like this. Now I'm reworking my sound through AI to make less echo, because this is a rental apartment and I cannot put sound protection here on the wall. So I have to remove echo with different systems. But I cannot change this video. I can take this feedback to the next one and fix those things, but that's it. And I kind of like this, but also if the video is bad and not performing well, I guess you fucked. That's it. Looking forward to collaborating with you. I had a very rough couple of weeks, but I hope we can make it happen soon. I'll be in touch. Julia, I would love to. I would love this a lot. There's a huge time difference with us. Both of us are extremely busy. Like, you have a family, I have a family, a lot of obligations other than YouTube, obviously. But I hope that at least once we will find this season some time to sit together and discuss. I forgot who that guy was under the house, like absolutely forgot. Did anyone else? I remember the bartender though. This was this guy. Okay, let's open up. This was season 2, episode 1. This guy was kind of, you know, like the good guy. We had like Randall, the dick, that was annoying. And we had the good guy who was protecting Elgin. Like when Elgin puked on... You see, Randall and this guy, they both wanted to help Jim. And Randall was like, everybody don't touch me, I'm an annoying guy. And this one like was a nice guy overall. And I actually made a mistake in the video. I said he was killed by the monsters and somebody fixed it for me. He just woke up and he died from injuries. Which is sad, but let me see in the bus if I see. Yeah, Elgin's waking up. Randall is stopping him, and then he pukes over Randall. I'm not gonna find this moment right now, probably. Okay, so you gotta have to trust me here on my word. He was like, when Randall was giving shit to Elgin, he was like, "What's your problem?" He was like, "No, blah blah blah." Why is his jacket looks different? Or no? Yeah. There is some kind of a chemical patch here, right? Blah, blah, blah. It looks like it's written chemical here, right? But in this episode, it looks like it's written denim, decoy denim. Let's open up the episode again. Where is this moment with Randall? Randall, where are you? Randall, where are you? Yeah. It's way lower decoy denim here. Yeah, it looks. And now we have here some kind of a like wooden thingy on him. Decoy denim. It's somewhere here in the area of his belly. Once again, let's open. No, we don't see his belly here. Yeah, it looks like this patch. So yeah, the same jacket. Sorry everybody, false alarm. Let's get back to episode 3. Okay, what else do we have in chat? I think Eden is one of the heroes, I hope so. Do you think Boyd and Sarah got close to the Lake of Tears, as the victory drawing has a spider at the Lake of Tears? Yeah, I do think you should definitely watch my video about the Lake of Tears if you haven't seen one. If you haven't seen this one, because I think it's a very good video. I think this is a 100,000 views video, and unfortunately it's 28,000 views, but once again, what can I do here? But yeah, I think the Lake of Tears, the reason why souls cannot transfer is because the Lake of Tears is trapping souls. Not the Lake of Tears, the spiders are trapping souls, and they trap the souls of Abby, for example, and this is why she's not doing so good. I was rewatching season 2 and noticed a drawing that could be of the kimono lady. Send it in the Discord. I will check it out. I'm glad I never get so scared I peed myself. Well, this is not just being scared. This is childhood serious trauma. If you lose a tooth, do you turn into a monster? I don't think so. Do they have a gym in Fromland? Well, yeah, they run a lot. Is Taran here in the live chat? I see somebody's writing to him. So busy these days, but happen to be free while Igor is live. Taran! Happy to see you, mate. I am trying to get Taran in my live chats, in my live streams. I really wanna, but not for 5-10 minutes. I really wanna trap him, just like the spiders. Put him in the live stream and let him go through his tarot card theory again from the very beginning until the end, with everything, with images, with like everything from the very beginning to the end, because especially after episode 2, I think it's more relevant than ever. Your audio sounds way better since you started using Adobe Academy. Yeah, I know, like I got a lot of complaints about the sound. Now there is something maybe with my ears, it doesn't bother me so much, but when I see the audience is that much annoyed, I obviously need to do something with it. Now I was thinking about buying the soundproofing, whatever, for the room. But it's just something that I can order it on Temu or something like this, and until it will arrive, and how I will figure a way how to put it on walls. Look, we wanted to put something here on the wall with the like a sellotape or something like this, like a plaster, and like 5 minutes after it came down with the paint, and we don't want to repaint this apartment, so probably I'm just gonna keep using Adobe. I got so happy seeing Jade, Ethan, Victor talking the three big minds. I was also like really into this team, but unfortunately, probably we're gonna lose Jade next episode. But hopefully, Victor and Ethan are still gonna explore. I love their duo since season 1. I love that Victor is just a child in an adult body. Maybe Jade trip is what we see in trailers when he's grabbed by the monsters. Well, that would be interesting, him traveling, sort of like traveling with his body, sort of like doing story walking, just like Julie, but without the ruins. I mean, we have, for example, Boyd. Like, one of the things that is still driving me crazy, I have no idea how to explain it, is the torch that Boyd just lights and suddenly he's in the ruins. How does it work? How? I have no idea, like no theories, nothing here. And maybe, Jade will use those mushrooms and they will actually help him somehow to see those things and somehow even like experience them. That would be interesting, actually. Igor, I heard a very interesting theory that a solar eclipse happens in the day everyone gets killed and the monsters can come out in the day, etc. I can even tell you where you heard this theory. This is in my video from Solved from a year ago. Like this video. Where is it? By the way, I reached 20,000 subscribers. Yay! That's nice. From Solved. This is the video. Like it has, 174,000 views. Not bad, 1 year ago, and I'm talking here about a solar eclipse. But now, I'm not that convinced about solar eclipse. I actually like even more the meteor shower. Because the meteor shower, somebody put it in my comments, when you look at a lake, when there's a meteor shower, it looks like there are tears in the lake. So the Lake of Tears, it can be, right? Lake of Tears can be some lake there that when people were looking, there was a meteor shower there. I think that can be interesting too. Now, I have to say this disclaimer like for 100th time. I don't really care about being right or wrong. This is why I'm never like that. This is my idea. I do have a theory already in my mind, but if it comes out to be wrong, I really don't care. Oh, I almost missed super chat. Loved Widow's Base, Scares and Loves. Hypno Amber donated $2. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was kind of scary. A couple of moments were scary. There's this moment, without spoiling it too much, but when the hero was staying in the inn and he closed the, how do you call them? Those thingies that you close the window with, like so the sun will not come in. And when he enters the room again, it's already open, so there's something in the room. I got really tensed. I was even more scared from this moment than I was from the clown. Well, as far as I can hear, if I'm not gonna finish my live stream in about 5 minutes, there's a good chance I'm not gonna have a wife anymore. She's gonna have to, I don't know. There's our toddler is going wild there, and she's not feeling well, and she's tired, so I'm probably gonna have to switch off. Look, by the way, like the final question I want to ask the chat, there is this idea I have in my mind on top of every idea that I'm definitely gonna do. What do you think about me making a video of answering to your comments? Like under the review, I will find like 10, 20, I don't know how many, like the comments that like, nice job, or I hate you. Obviously, there's not much I can say other than thank you or whatever. But if there are some interesting comments with interesting questions or interesting ideas, theories, I can read those and give my answer to them and make a video out of it. I don't know if this is something interesting because it's not like a theory without those like scenes from the TV show, and it's not explaining anything. This is not like the big reveal from Soul, the lie, or something like this. But if it's interesting, it's not a very difficult video to make, editing-wise. Like the biggest chunk of my job is the editing. Like the recording is 40 minutes tops. Watching the episode is not a job. I'm having fun watching the episode. The preparation right now, because I'm in a rush, it's like also an hour or so, but editing can take 3, 4, sometimes even more hours. So this sounds like not a very difficult video to edit. It's just me talking and just putting some screenshots of the comments. So it's just very quick video to make. But then again, I'm not looking to make an easy job for nothing, right? So I'm thinking about, is this interesting or not? So yeah, sounds great. I love that. Is there a Geekonomy Discord? Yes, there is one. It's not a big one, but it's growing. Oh hell yeah, please. So yeah, if you have an interesting idea, I see everybody likes it. Butterflies are Sophia's jewelry. Once again, a friend of mine, Evgeny from Gaze For You channel, he noticed that Sophia is wearing butterflies in her ears, and Kelly, the one that was killed with a spike through her forehead in season 2, had like a necklace, right? Necklace with a butterfly. A very similar design, almost identical. So maybe she was killed by the man in yellow. I don't know, maybe it's just a coincidence, because butterflies, come on, like if you go to any jewelry shop, you will find dozens of butterflies, so it can be a coincidence. But if he's onto something, then it would mean that she was killed by the man in yellow. Even though we've seen this moment, and actually the Julie, do you remember me guy was actually there in the room with Kelly and Brian. It can solve the problem. I forget, it was very low sensitivity and strong off-axis rejection. Somebody like advised me new microphone. Not in my budget right now. My budget right now is food and rent. That's it. Yeah, I need to go. Great idea, and please do a collab with Dan _ who also covers From. I would love to. I heard good things about him, so I'm super extremely busy, and if you can just write to him, dude, Igor Geekonomy would really like to do a collab with you, so you can just write to him. If he can write to me, I would definitely like those live streams, those Sunday live streams. Anybody who wants to join, I'm very okay with that, more than okay. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, the time difference is a bit difficult on us. We've seen some. I was like half of my live stream here with the dead dude body on the screen. Very appetizing, obviously, for people, and I'm of course sarcastic for people who don't understand sarcasm. So yeah, thanks so much everybody. I'm gonna see you hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna be able to make a new video